Ladies and gentlemen, the procession for the Asia School of Business Convocation 2023. The graduates of the MBA for Working Professionals program. Graduates of the MBA full-time program. Academic procession. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and face the main procession with His Royal Highness Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah Ibni Al-Mahrum Sultan Aslan Muhibbuddin Shah Al-Maghfurlah, Sultan of Perak, Darul Ridwan. Please remain standing for the national anthem, the Negara Ku. You may all be seated. Menghadap Duli Yang Maha Mulia Paduka Sri Sultan Perak Darul Ridwan Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah Ibni Al-Mahrum Sultan Aslan Muhibbuddin Shah Al-Maghfurlah. Ampun tuanku, beribu-ribu ampun, sembah patik, mohon diampun. Patik bagi pihak penganjur dengan penuh hormat dan takzimnya merafak sembah menjunjung setinggi-tinggi kasih di atas limpah perkenan Duli Yang Maha Mulia tuanku sudi bercemar duli untuk berangkat ke Majlis Convocation Asia School of Business 2023 pada pagi yang berbahagia ini. Sesungguhnya, keberangkatan Duli Yang Maha Mulia tuanku ambil patik sekalian sanjungi serta memberikan erti yang cukup besar kepada majlis ini. Ampun tuanku. Patik selaku pengacara majlis pada pagi ini merafak sembah memohon perkenan Duli Yang Maha Mulia tuanku untuk meneruskan atur cara majlis ini di dalam bahasa Inggeris. Ampun Tuanku. Yang Berbahagia, Tan Sri Dr. Zeti Aziz, Founding Chair and Co-Chair of the Board of Governors, Asia School of Business, Emeritus Professor Richard Schmalency, representing Dr. David Schmidtlein, the Dean of the Sloan School of Management, MIT, Professor Athanasios Orphanides, Co-Chair of the Board of Governors, Professor Eric Grimson, Chancellor for Academic Advancement, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, the newly installed President of the Asia School of Business, Professor Sanjay Sharma, members of the Board of Governors, members of the Board of Directors, members of the faculty and of the student body, Yang Berbahagia, Tan Sri, Puan Sri, Dato, Datin, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, both in this auditorium in person and those watching remotely. Salam Sejahtera, Selamat Datang, good morning, and welcome to the 2023 Convocation of the Asia School of Business. I'm Chako George Vadaketh, and it is my very pleasant duty and privilege to be your guide to this morning's proceedings at this unique, groundbreaking business school set up in 2015 by Bank Negara Malaysia in collaboration with the MIT Sloan School of Management. We begin this morning's proceedings with a word of prayer. May I invite Mr. Jeffrey Zaini, Director of Program Planning and of the MBA Full-Time Program, to deliver the Doa recitation.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma ij'al jam'ana hadha jam'an mubarakan marhuma wa tafarruqana min ba'dihi tafarruqan mubarakan ma'suma wa la taj'alillahumma fina wa la ma'ana shaqiyan wa la mahruma. Allahumma aftah alayna futuhal arifin warzuqna fahman nabiyyin wa ilhamal malaikatil muqarrabin birahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. In the name of Allah, the most loving and caring. All praise and thanks are for Allah, the Lord of all creations. Prayers and peace upon our Prophet Muhammad, his family, and all his companions. May Allah make this gathering a blessed one, and our farewell a blessed one. Don't make us from among the unfortunate or from those who cannot overcome. O Allah, please grant us the wisdom of scholars, the understanding of prophets, and the insights of angels. You are the most merciful of those who show mercy. We thank you for these graduating students. We pray that you will give them direction and resilience as they enter the next phase of their lives. Give them clarity of mind to move forward into the plans and purposes that you have for them. O Allah, please allow us to continue our mission at Asia School of Business with utmost sincerity. We have achieved much, yet there is still much more to reach for. We pray for passion, dedication, and integrity to continue our transformative journey. Ameen. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in walhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Ameen.
Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey Zaini. May I now invite President Sanjay Sharma to present his opening address.
Your Royal Highness, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, proud parents and families, and graduates. It is my distinct honor, on behalf of the Asia School of Business, to invite you to Convocation 2023, the celebration of a momentous occasion, the graduation of a remarkable group of individuals who have successfully completed the rigorous MBA and MBA WP programs at the Asia School of Business. Founded by Bank Negara Malaysia in collaboration with the MIT Sloan School of Management, ASB is proud to have graduated 8 classes across 3 programs since its inception in 2015. Since then, ASB has built an impressive research program, assembled an extraordinary team of faculty and staff, and expanded its offerings, including in executive education and across the world. We are committed to being a beacon for ideas, innovation, and actions on things that matter today. From global to local, from climate change to precision agriculture, from statelessness to sustainability, from policy to technology. ASB is the place to learn, to solve critical problems, and to lead. An important tenet of ASB is action learning. The application of learning in real-world settings, and our students and graduates have gained in resilience as they've embraced this distinguishing experience. As we celebrate the class of 2023, we are astounded by the growth of our young school in just 7 years. We are grateful to our Board of Governors, our Board of Directors, our ASB faculty and staff, our MIT partners, and partners and colleagues from around the world, and of course, our amazing students who make this a dynamic reality. Graduates, congratulations to you. Today marks the culmination of your hard work, determination, and unwavering commitment to your personal and professional growth. You have overcome challenges, embraced new ideas, and expanded your horizons. You have honed your skills, broadened your perspectives, and built enduring friendships and networks. And now you are ready to embark on the next chapter of your lives, fortified with the knowledge and experiences you have gained during your time at the Asia School of Business. I urge you to be bold in your visions, yet humble in your approach. Embrace diversity and inclusion as sources of strength. Seek out collaborations and partnerships that transcend borders and industries. Embrace the power of technology, not just as a tool, but as an enabler of positive change. And above all, let your actions be guided by a strong moral compass, a commitment to ethical business practices, and a profound sense of responsibility towards to our society and to the planet. Once again, congratulations, ASB graduates. You are now part of a select group of individuals who have had the great privilege of receiving an education from ASB. We have no doubt that you will go on to achieve remarkable things and make a significant impact in your chosen careers and in your communities. Carry with you the pride of being an ASB graduate, and let your actions be a testament to the values instilled in you during your time here. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, President Sarma, for that vivid overview of the Asia School of Business and those encouraging words of congratulations. May I now invite Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Dr. Zeti Aziz, Founding Chair and Co-Chair of the Board of Governors, Asia School of Business, to welcome everyone to this convocation, and thereafter invite His Royal Highness Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah, the Sultan of Perak Darul Ridwan, to deliver the commencement address.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Menghadap Duli Yang Maha Mulia Paduka Sri Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah, Ibni Almarhum Sultan Azlan Muhibbuddin Shah Al-Maghuflah. Patik dengan penuh hormat dan takzimnya merafak sembah menjunjung setinggi-tinggi kasih di atas limpah perkenan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku mencemar Duli berangkat ke istiadat Convocation Asia School of Business pada hari ini. Patik ingin memohon perkenan Duli Yang Maha Mulia Paduka Sri Baginda Tuanku untuk menyampaikan ucapan kepada para hadirin dalam bahasa Inggeris. Your Royal Highness Paduka Sri Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah Ibni Almarhum Sultan Aslan Muizzuddin Shah Al-Maghuflah Sultan of Perak Darul Rizwan, distinguished faculty and members from MIT here today, our Board of Governors, members of the ASB Board, and our own ASB faculty, graduates, and their families. A very warm welcome to the Asia School of Business for the MBA class of 2023 Convocation ceremony. As we gather here today, it is with the utmost reverence that we welcome Your Royal Highness to this momentous occasion, to our convocation today. We have great pride that the Asia School of Business has, within a few years since our inception, has developed a league of spirited leaders who are now creating an impact across Asia and beyond. On this glorious day, we are graduating 2 cohorts of such exceptional talent, and this convocation is truly a culmination of their hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Congratulations. Today, we are deeply honored and privileged by the presence of Your Royal Highness at this convocation. The Asia School of Business wishes to express our great appreciation to Your Royal Highness for accepting to deliver the commencement address at this convocation. His Royal Highness is from the royal lineage of the Sultanate of Perak, which has a long and rich history that dates back to the 16th century, and which has witnessed historical events and made key contributions to the development and governance of the state of Perak. His Royal Highness Sultan Nazrin Shah received his early education in Malaysia and later in the United Kingdom. In addition to his undergraduate degree from Oxford University, His Royal Highness holds a master's degree and doctorate in political economy and government from Harvard University. His commitment to education has been unwavering and is evident through his role as the Chancellor of Malaysia's oldest and distinguished institution, University Malaya. His Royal Highness is an ardent advocate for educational reform and has championed wide-ranging initiatives. This is exemplified in His Royal Highness' close association with education and academic institutions, his vision for a knowledge-driven society, and the extensive efforts for educational excellence. In addition to his constitutional duties and educational service, Sultan Nazrin Shah has served as co-chair of the United Nations High-Level Panel on Humanitarian Financing since 2015. He has also served as Malaysia's Special Envoy for Interfaith and Inter-Civilization Dialogue at the United Nations Alliance of Civilization. His Royal Highness has also been involved with the World Bank, the IMF, and the Islamic Development Bank, working towards sustainable economic development. Sultan Nazrin Shah is a prolific writer and scholar. He has authored numerous books on subjects ranging from economic development and constitutional monarchy to Islamic finance and governance. Ladies and gentlemen, on this most special occasion, please join me in inviting His Royal Highness Duli Yang Maha Mulia Paduka Sri Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah Ibni Almarhum Sultan Aslan Muizzuddin Shah Al-Maghfurlah to deliver his commencement speech to our beloved graduates and distinguished guests. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Tan Sri Zeti, for those very kind words. It gives me great pleasure to be here with you on this most joyful of days. Let me begin by congratulating Professor Sanjay Sama on his investiture this morning as the President and Dean of the Asia School of Business. I would like to express my heartfelt congratulations to you all, the Asia School of Business, MBA and MBA WP class of 2023. Congratulations. You have all worked very hard. You have taken on the challenge of one of the most rigorous and action-packed MBA programs in the world, and you have risen to that challenge. You should all be very proud, and I know that your faculty, your tutors, your friends, and your family and other loved ones are all immensely proud of you. On this special day, it is important that we take a moment to celebrate not only your incredible achievements as graduates, but also the love and support of friends and family who have made it possible. None of us can succeed alone. My own experiences as a student showed me that all degrees are, to some extent, a team effort. Whether it is the patience of a professor who explained that tricky concept again and again until it finally made sense, the generosity of a friend who shared their lecture notes with you on a day when you are unwell or during an essay crisis, or the encouragement of a family member who believed in you even when you didn't quite believe in yourself. It is the kindness and support of others that makes our own achievements possible. Today, we all celebrate together with you, the graduates, as the stars of this happy occasion. But from tomorrow, you will be thinking again about your next steps and about how you will be applying your talents, skills, and qualifications, now immeasurably enhanced by your MBA, to the world. As Henry Ford once put it, and I quote, "A man's, and we must add a woman's, college and university degree mean nothing to me until I see what he or she is able to do with them, unquote. This commencement address feels a little different from others. This is because all of you, in order to get to this point, have already made a real-world impact. The uniquely brilliant degree program that you have undertaken in this business school requires you to spend around 1/3 of your time learning on the job. This has allowed you to gain practical experience through real-life business projects hosted by companies all over the world, from Mexico to Mauritius, from Switzerland to Singapore. So unlike many other graduates entering the world of work, you have already put your academic theories into practice. Problem solving, team working, cooperation, leadership, and even compromise. These vital skills cannot be taught in lecture halls and seminar rooms alone. And you have gained valuable lessons in all these through your practical experience. Whatever your next steps are, I can say with the utmost confidence that your future employers and colleagues will be very fortunate. When they hire you, they will be taking on graduates with not only knowledge, the so-called hard skills obtained through rigorous study, but you have also acquired those all-important soft skills, which can only be developed through practical application. This Asia School of Business ethos that I am championing here, of academic study combined with practical application, is actually enshrined in the official motto of MIT, Mens et Manus. This Latin motto encapsulates the belief that both the mind and the hand must be cultivated and refined through education, entailing both thinking and doing. This stands in perhaps rather deliberate contrast to the motto of MIT's neighbor on the Charles River. Harvard's motto is simply veritas, or truth. And while I remain deeply loyal to my former school, I have to say that in this day and age, MIT's motto and ethos feels especially resonant. Translating knowledge, and indeed truth as well, into positive, real-world impact has perhaps never been more important. But friendly college rivalries aside, why is this the case? Why is it that more usable, hands-on skills are so important at this moment in our history? On some level, the application of knowledge has, of course, always been the most cherished purpose of education. As Sir Winston Churchill once declared, and I quote, "The first duty of any institution is to teach wisdom, not trade, character, not technicalities," unquote. In other words, the specific knowledge being imparted is far less important than the skills being developed while acquiring it. But I do believe that soft skills are, at our present moment, more important than they have ever been before. Now more than ever, we must understand better in order to act effectively, and we must act urgently. The world is changing at an unprecedented rate, creating amazing opportunities, but also generating enormous risks. The present unsettled global financial and political situation means that the business world is also facing even more uncertainties than usual. Many organizations are shrinking, disappearing, or else radically transforming in order to stay afloat. At the same time, new developments in technology, such as artificial intelligence, and especially generative AI, are also unfolding. This unpredictable process is rapidly rendering existing jobs obsolete, while the fast rate of change means that previously unheard of jobs are also being created. The world of work will undoubtedly change radically as a result. In the post-pandemic era, various hybrid forms of work are already here to stay, while other high-tech adaptations are on the horizon. From business meetings in virtual reality, to AI-driven customer service agents, to marketing in the metaverse. Your generation and beyond will inhabit these as yet unimagined worlds of technological innovation, which may be alien to those of my generation and before. This past year has witnessed a development perhaps as seismic as the harnessing of electricity for human use was in the 19th century. I am talking about ChatGPT and the other generative AI tools which emerged very recently and are being hailed as both our savior and our downfall. These tools will certainly massively boost our productivity as humans, saving us time and creating multiple efficiencies across all kinds of processes, let alone helping to spark ideas for anyone struggling with a writer's block. But they will also reshape so many aspects of our lives beyond the workplace in unprecedented and yes, unsettling ways. And as far as generative AI goes, especially in combination with other advancing elements of the fourth industrial revolution, this is only the beginning. So while this changing landscape presents exciting opportunities with challenges in need of solutions and so many discoveries and innovations waiting to be made, it is also daunting. It will require members of the workforce of tomorrow to be inventive, proactive, adaptable in ways never demanded before. Let alone being digital natives, these workers, including yourselves, will be natives of artificial, augmented, and virtual worlds, using technology both existing and yet to be created. I am reassured in this regard when I look out across this auditorium today. For with the skills and experience you have acquired during your time on this MBA program, I am confident that each and every one of you is ready to rise to the challenges of the future. For in addition to the academic and practical skills you have acquired during your studies here, you have also learned something else, perhaps even more valuable. For what I admire most about this MBA program is the way that it sends its students to participate in projects all over the world, working with all kinds of different people, with different languages, cultures, religions, and life experiences. What this fosters, I believe, is the invaluable quality of empathy. Through these diverse experiences, you have learned to listen, to understand, and to treat difference with respect. And as well as boosting your emotional intelligence, This has also helped to strengthen your cultural intelligence. Empathy and cultural understanding are both so important in our world today. This is because, while in many ways we have never been more connected by technology, transport, and through all kinds of business and personal links and networks, at the same time, humanity is still plagued by so many divisions. And at the same time, we are facing many uncertainties and grave risks from AI, from geopolitics, and from the impacts of the climate crisis. To steer humanity through these challenging times, what we need, perhaps even more than the excellent understanding of business attained through your MBA programs, is compassion, togetherness, and above all, a sense of global community. We need to be aware of this community as perhaps never before, extending our concerns and applying our responsibilities not only to the rest of humanity, but to all other living creatures in the world and to the planet itself. So I hope that all the different people you met as part of your MBA experience will stay with you as you take your next steps. Do remember them as you strive in all you do to build a kinder and stronger world, to help ensure a brighter and more united future for us all. And remember also your broader responsibilities to our common world. This entails, above all and at all times, serious consideration of the ethical implications of your actions and choices. Such an approach has already become far more integral to business practices than it was in the past, as part of the concept of stakeholder capitalism. Now, as well as ESG considerations, it is also imperative to take seriously the ethical implications of the latest technological advances. Not only those posed by generative AI, but also those of existing ICT and other technological developments as well. We must make sure that tackling these issues head-on becomes an equally integral part of the business world, as corporate governance, for example, already is. So empathy and ethics, practical hands-on skills, as well as an academic grounding in business, these are all part of the legacy you are taking with you from here as you graduate. Now, as well as issuing an urgent call to action, I understand that commencement speakers typically offer their graduating audience some words of advice, some piece of wisdom gathered on their own life journey. Just last month, the Academy Award-winning actress, Malaysia's own Michelle Yeoh, delivered a magnificent address to the Harvard Law School class of 2023. In it, she drew on her own experience of moving unexpectedly from a career in dance to a career in film, of taking on industry barriers and death-defying stunts to offer the graduating students some sage advice on how to survive the fall and get back up again. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I have never taken on any action movie stunts myself. So if you want to learn about falling and bouncing back, whether metaphorically or physically, I urge you to look up Yeoh's wonderful speech. And indeed, I puzzled for some time about what words of wisdom I might offer you. After all, as I have observed throughout the speech, you have all already ventured out there into the real world. You have a head start on so many students graduating from degree programs this year, and I don't feel you need me to tell you how to be resilient, proactive, or adaptable. I won't presume that I know any more about this than you already do. So instead, after much deliberation, I have decided to offer you this small piece of guidance that resonates with my own life's journey. Keep learning. And while today may, for many of you, mark the end of your formal education, I want to end by reminding you that there are always new skills to develop and new discoveries to be made. So do keep learning as you continue your journey from here, and don't ever close off your imagination to new discoveries and opportunities. Stay interested, stay engaged, and stay curious. And remember that even after centuries of revolutionary high-tech inventions, after electricity, the internet, and now ChatGPT, the human mind remains the most powerful tool on the planet. And while you keep seeking the truth through lifelong learning, do also make sure to take actions as well. It is truly a pleasure to share this special day of graduation with you. In many ways, though the world has changed so much in the intervening years, today has taken me back to my own days as a graduate student. I did my graduate studies at the John F. Kennedy School of Government. And it is with some words from his younger brother, Robert F. Kennedy, that I wish to close today. It will be a long time, perhaps, before AI matches the eloquence of a truly educated and compassionate human mind. And so I decided I would end by turning to the past rather than to the future, and quoting some uplifting words from a commencement address that Robert Kennedy gave in the year of his brother's assassination. He said, and I quote, "I suspect there may always be arguments about what constitutes a higher education. But wise men through the ages have at least been able to agree on its purpose. Its purpose is not only to discipline and instruct, but above all, to free the mind, to free it from the darkness, the narrowness, the groundless fears, and self-defeating passions of ignorance. And so, perhaps, it's not too much to say that what we are celebrating here today is the liberation, the setting free of your minds. From now on, you have earned the right to do your own learning, to develop your own insights, and draw your own conclusions, to conduct your own explorations in the life you find around you. Your minds have been freed," unquote. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to wish you the very best in all your future endeavors, whatever forms they may make or take as you set out into the challenging but also rewarding world that awaits you. Thank you.
Menjunjung kasih, Tuanku. Your Royal Highness, if there were an Academy Award for commencement speeches, I'm sure Malaysia will be soon celebrating its second Academy Award. Your Royal Highness, you've given a learned, eloquent, heartfelt, refreshingly personal, insightful, inspiring, and entertaining message, highlighting the importance of soft skills and empathy, cultural understanding in a global community as we face the turbulent, brave new world that we live in, dominated by artificial intelligence and ChatGPT. Your words, I know, will be treasured by our graduates forever. Your Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen, we now begin with the conferment segment of this convocation, the conferment of academic degrees and spring immersion program certificates. This will be done by the two co-chairs of the Asia School of Business Board of Governors, Tan Sri Dr. Zeti Aziz and Professor Athanasios Orphanides, witnessed by President Sanjay Sarma and Professor Eric Grimson. Please take your places, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri and esteemed professors. I now call upon the Program Director for the MBA for Working Professionals Program, Ms. Juliana Roth Narayan, to present the class.
It is my privilege and honor to present to you the MBA for Working Professionals graduating class of 2023. Ayman Najati Akbar Binti Rahman. Aisha Izadi Jahari Halim Shah. David Johnson. Desmond Chong. Emran Yasin Mohammed Yusuf. James Henman Boyers. Jared Ma. Royd Lee. Mior Lukman bin Mior Sahuddin. Mohammed Shamir bin Shahol Hamid. Mohit. Muhammad Azrul Azim bin Mat Isa. Dr. Mohammed Lukman bin Baslan. Noor Hazel bin Norton. Noor Hayani binti Noor Sidin. Noor Layla binti Nasir. Noor Ain Zarina Binti Azmi. Putri Nabila Binti Jahari. Rohit Menon. Congratulations to the MBA for Working Professionals class of 2023.
Thank you, Ms. Juliana Rothnarayan. May I now call upon Mr. Jeffrey Zaini, Program Director for the MBA Full-Time Program, to present the class. He will thereafter announce the award winners.
It is my pleasure and honor to present the MBA Full-Time Graduating Class of 2023. Abhijit Giridhar. Andres Espinosa Montes. Asel Sugurbayeva. Bhaskar Kaushik. Bill Clinton Ladines Makalintal. Carolina Trujillo Maitorena. Fabian Vera. Gaukar Kamalova. Gina Shane D. Nelson. Johan Stanley D. Ko. Joanna Ling. Kanimoli Balakrishnan. Kolawole Sande Adigoke. Penny Leong Pei Yi. Lawrence Kochi. Maria Ila Jean Perez. Mariam Hejazinia. Najeshda Anand Deshpande. Norris Kabwimbe Mukembe. Oriolua Akinola Olaiton. Pathik Rakesh Javeri. Pang Rose Ann. Rishav Rakshit. Ruvimbo Tandiwe Gondo. Santosh Katkurwar. Tharman Jayandran. Nan. Varugis Kevin Koshi. One Nur Hafiz Ashman bin Noruddin. Michelle Wong Po Jin. Yeo Chuan Kian. Emily Yi Chow. Congratulations to the MBA full-time graduating class of 2023.
Thank you, Tansri Dr. Zeti, Professor Offanides, and Professor Grimson. You may take your seats now. We now move to the presentation of awards segment. The President, CEO, and Dean, Professor Sanjay Sarma, will present the Dean's Award for Outstanding Academic Performance.
The Dean's Award honors the top 5 students for exceptional academic performance throughout the MBA program. For the class of MBA working professionals, we had a virtual tie, so we have 6 award recipients this year. The Dean's Award for Outstanding Academic Performance for the MBA Working Professionals 2023 recipients are Jared Ma, Desmond Chang, Aiman Najati Akmar binti Rahman, Royd Lee, Imran Yasin bin Muhammad Yusuf, Putri Nabila binti Johari, for the class of MBA Full-Time 2023, the Dean's Award for Outstanding Academic Performance recipients are Tharman Jayendran, Rishav Rakshit, Pang Rose Ann. Michelle Wong Po Jin. And Eric Haywood. Unfortunately, he's not present today. Congratulations to all the recipients of the Dean's Award for Outstanding Academic Performance.
Thank you, President Sarma. May I now call upon Professor Eric Grimson, who is inter alia Chancellor for Academic Advancement, Bernard Gordon Professor of Medical Engineering and Professor of Computer Science at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, to present the Action Learning Awards and Learning in Action Awards.
Our next award is the ASB Action Learning Award. This award recognizes excellence in action learning. For the class of MBA Working Professionals 2023, there are 3 Action Learning Awards. The first Action Learning Award is for Learning in Action. Learning in Action is a method to generate learning from reflection on real-time work experience, dealing with problems and complex decision-making. This award recognizes creativity, personal initiative, and eagerness to experiment. The Learning in Action Award recipient is Royd Lee. The second Action Learning Award is for the Practicum. Practicums provide an intense and immersive learning experience of problem identification, assessment, and crafting of countermeasures to address challenges. This award recognizes curiosity, motivation, as well as leadership. The Action Learning Award for Practicum recipient is Marwan bin Maksum. Unfortunately, he's not here today. For the next Action Learning Award, the third Action Learning Award is for the Guest Speaker Series. The Guest Speaker Series aims to expose students to accomplished leaders in industries facing disruptive challenges. Each of these leaders have a story to tell about mistakes made, challenges overcome, successful tactics and strategies. This award recognizes impeccable work and being a strong team player, able to lead as well as follow. The Action Learning Award for Guest Speaker Series recipient is Putri Nabila binti Johari. For the class of MBA Full-Time 2023, the Action Learning Award recognizes the project team that exemplifies excellence in action learning through the following: adapting classroom knowledge within the proper context to address the business challenge, using innovative methods in data collection, analysis, and synthesis, providing impact and real value to the host organization. This year's Action Learning Team Award goes to Team Project Jarvis, hosted by the Ancora Foundation. The award recipients from Team Project Jarvis are Mariam Hejazinia, Andres Espinoza Montes, Wan Nur Hafiz Ashman bin Noruddin, Penny Leong Pei Yi, Supported by Professor Renato Lima and business coach Hisham Mokhtar, the recommendations made by this project team will bring visible and measurable impacts on the business in the near future, a view corroborated by the project owner and host representatives. Congratulations to all the recipients of the ASB Action Learning Award.
Thank you, Professor Grimson. It is now my great privilege to respectfully call upon our guest of honor, His Royal Highness Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah, the Sultan of Perak Darul Ridwan, to present the President's Leadership Awards. May I invite Tansri Dr. Zeti to accompany His Royal Highness as he presents the awards.
The next and final award is the President's Leadership Award. This award recognizes students for their exceptional service to the school and community and for demonstrating extraordinary and transformative leadership qualities. For the class of MBA Working Professionals 2023, the President's Leadership Award recipient is Jared Ma. For the class of MBA Full-Time 2023, the President's Leadership Award recipient is Mariam Hejazinia. Congratulations to the recipients of the President's Leadership Award.
Thank you, Your Royal Highness. Thank you, Tansri Dr. Zeti. And thank you, Mr. Jeffrey Zaini. Your Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen, we now come to a much anticipated segment of today's program, the speeches by a student representative from each of the two MBA programs. To deliver his message on behalf of the MBA Working Professionals cohort, may I first call upon Mr. Mohammad Shamir bin Shahul Hamid.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Menghadap duli Yang Maha Mulia Paduka Seri Sultan Perak Darul Ridwan, Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah ibni almarhum Sultan Azlan Muhibbuddin Shah Al-Maghfurlah. Patut memohon perkenan duli Yang Maha Mulia Tuanku untuk meneruskan ucapan dalam bahasa Inggeris. Ampun Tuanku. The Honourable ASB Co-Chairs, Tan Sri Zeti Aziz and Professor Athanasios, ASB CEO, President, Dean, our boss, Professor Sanjay Sarma, members of the ASB Senate, distinguished faculty and non-faculty members, my fellow graduating classmates turned family, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before I proceed, I have to wear my glasses because you should know that I started the program without wearing glasses. Some say I'm getting old, but it is actually a paradigm shift. It is my privilege to be here standing with such distinguished, learned people on stage. And I wouldn't be here if not for my classmates who actually elected me. So I'm not a valedictorian. I'm the elected person to give the speech. So here we are. We made it. What a journey as I sat down to write this speech in the library inside MIT's dome. I was overcome with emotions even before I began. What a journey kept humming in my head, reflecting on these past 22 months of toil to juggle family, work, and studies. It felt and still feels like I've been split into 3 parts. I bet all WPs can relate as well. We were warned about drinking from the fire hose, which is a phrase used in MIT and ASB. But I have to say, as WPs, it felt like drinking from the fire hose while trying to catch lightning in a bottle. Reminded me of that line Rocky Balboa tells his son. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how you can get hit and keep moving forward. And that was exactly what we signed up for. What a journey, what a time. We embarked on this journey at a time when the world was going through a system reset, a much-needed knowledge upgrade, though I must say, it was harder to unlearn than learn. Countries, institutions, companies were undergoing transitions and transformations. To prove my point, since we embarked on this MBA journey, we have had 3 different prime ministers in Malaysia, and ironically, 3 different deans. Keep learning. I must say, we had such a star lineup of faculty who each in their own unique characters and ways to stimulate our brains. Such brilliant minds to learn from. Remember the root beer game? What a way to introduce us to the complexities of supply chain and the dynamics of supply and demand. I fondly remember some of our lecturers. I can't go through one by one, but a few of them, come to mind. For example, Roberto Rigobon, whose classes were more of a performance than a lecture, teaching us how fiscal and monetary policies can truly change a country's direction. Let's look at the BBNN. Is that okay? Bruno Verdini, who showed us the aesthetics, that aesthetics plays a vital role in attention span and negotiations. All he needed to do was swerve his hands and eloquently call our names. For example, Nabila. Michael Fries, who demonstrated to us the difference between task-oriented, person-oriented, and charismatic leadership. Professor Shin Jin, who showed us that we can calculate the probability of our partners cheating through statistics using the Bayesian formula. Prof. Juan, who could keep the entire class full of energy despite all of it being on Zoom. Nice. And more recently, Bill Olet of Entrepreneurship, who told us to be hungry, humble, and hardworking in his most New York accent. How you doing? Special shout out to our AAs. Junwen, Jason, Hazri, Ben, Monica, Waiwa, Yongjae, Jiha, Lin, Emilia, who played, yes, they deserve it, who played a vital part in ensuring that we had the grades to graduate, plus helping us get the extensions. Now to my fellow classmates. You people are the best, and I've learned so much from each and every one of you. The MBA brought out the best and worst in us, allowing us to grow. We have laughed, struggled, and cried together. Our true colors exposed. We even had 2 classmates who gave birth. We call them M-babies. Intense, vulnerable, but beneath it all, driven by sincerity and empathy. Ego did not exist among us, just eagerness to share and push each other to do our best. Our bond was further strengthened through the practicums and treks that we adventured together. In a world where human interactions and relationships are mostly confined within the screens on our palms, these physical interactions certainly enriched us holistically as human beings. It was indeed a beautiful feeling to be a student again. I can say with a 95% confidence level that we forgot how old we were. I am reminded of the famous Charlie Chaplin quote that goes, "We think too much, feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost." Allow me to also touch on the MIT experience a little. To me, it was the most valuable and unmatched in value. Everyone was on a roll. By that, I don't mean lobster rolls. More like a dynamo that kept inspiring us. I witnessed such passion and effort people have towards the advancement of the human race through education. Be it contributions, right to the tenacity to achieve breakthroughs in science and a lot more. It definitely opened up my mind, hand, and heart. And I am sure for the rest of us too. To the people who ensured our MBA journey was smooth, by this I mean none other than our spouses, significant others, and for some, bosses too. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. A special shout out to my wife and son and my mom. Thank you for holding the fort relentlessly these past 2 years. To the esteemed leadership and management of ASB, we are grateful to all of you. To the program office, we thank you too for probably the longest learning in action we have had. It has been quite a journey, hasn't it? Nevertheless, I believe we have learned from each other and will continue to. We will always be passionate towards ASB's evolution. System dynamics talks about the reinforcing loop, and I believe excellence can be achieved through a reinforcing loop of feedback and improvements. With that, I can assure you that the alumni will be ASB's blockchain towards excellence. On behalf of the cohort, I'd like to congratulate our new Presidente, Dean, CEO, Boss Sanjay, and wish him Selamat Maju Jaya. We believe in you, sir, and we will be there to support you in every way. I'd like to also thank my sponsor, Yayasan Daya Diri, for entrusting me with this opportunity. Now to my beautiful fellow graduating classmates. We have spent these transformative months creating and enriching our value. As principled leaders, it's now time to shine and claim what we are worth with humility. Let us find our raison d'etre and go forth. Before I end, I'd like to touch on this very significant and important study on the key to happiness and long life. As one of the longest ongoing studies in the world, spanning over 80 years now, researchers kept track of participants' health trajectories and their broader lives, including their triumphs and failures in careers and marriage. So what did they find? Close, meaningful relationships. More than money or fame are what keep people happy throughout their lives. It is those ties that protect people from life's discontents, help to delay mental and physical decline, and are better predictors of long and happy lives than social class, IQ, or even genes. Before emotions overcome me, I just want to say this to all 23s, particularly the WP 23s. I love you and I will miss you. So please, please keep this meaningful relationship alive. Congratulations, my friends. Huzzah! With that, everything good comes from him. All shortcomings are mine. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Let's give him another big round of applause. Mohammad Shamir. Thank you for that rousing and passionate speech, covering a broad range of topics, including deans, prime ministers, and babies. And now, Your Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the full-time MBA cohort, may I invite Mr. Tharman Jaya Indran.
How do I follow that? A very good afternoon to His Royal Highness, Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah, Ibni Al-Marhum, Sultan Azlan Muhibbuddin Shah Al-Makfurullah, Sultan of Perak Darul Ridwan, to the Honorable Asia School of Business co-chairs, Tan Sri Zati and Professor Athanasios, the ASB CEO, President and Dean, Professor Sanjay Sharma, the members of the ASB Senate, distinguished faculty and non-faculty members, esteemed guests, family, and friends. Thank you for your presence on this meaningful day. And to the class of 2023, congratulations! Today we finally get to change our LinkedIn status from MBA candidate to MBA. I stand here today as a representative of the class of 23. When I was selected by my peers to be the class speaker, I was deeply honored to be speaking on behalf of arguably the most unique bunch of MBA students yet from this school. I was also slightly anxious because unfortunately I had not learned how to use ChatGPT for speechwriting. Sorry, Professor Sanjay, I will work on this. As I look around the auditorium, I see so many people here who have traveled far to be here, who are looking at us graduates with a sense of pride, though some could not be here. It is only right to begin by showing our appreciation to these unsung heroes, our parents, partners, children, family, and friends. A 20-month MBA program is not only a commitment to us, the students, but also to those closest to us. My heroes were my mom, my wife, and my family. Each one of us here has a special someone who sacrificed for us to be here today. To our heroes, you have our deepest gratitude, our love, and just maybe, we will buy you a fancy car one day. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. So, about the class of 23, if there's one word to describe us, it would be indomitable. The saying change is a constant might be overused, but for us, change was taken to the extreme. Let me tell you a little of our story. We embarked on our MBA journey during one of the most challenging times of recent history, the COVID pandemic. We all had different reasons. Some wanted to upskill, others wanted to pivot to a different field, while some just wanted to see some semblance of control during an uncertain time. However, all of us from all the 17 different countries were attracted to Asia School of Business because of its brand value, its collaboration with MIT Sloan, the one-of-a-kind action learning-centric curriculum, where we actually learn through doing the work, as opposed to what other schools offered, and the aspiration of ASB to be a leading business school in Asia. Choosing to embark on this MBA journey during that time is how we were not defeated by COVID. Initially, classes were purely virtual. Our curriculum, modeled after MIT Sloan curriculum, is designed for students to drink from the fire hose, while also being graded for their class participation. Dealing with the overload of new information, Zoom fatigue, and trying to maintain class participation was overwhelming, to say the least. However, the class of 23 are a clever bunch. We adapted to this system, and we created something that would forever terrorize the professors and the AAs. We coined the phrase, +1. +1 is what we type in the Zoom chat when we don't have much to say, but we just want to write on a point made by a previous student, while also getting class participation, right? Ingenious. Unfortunately, the faculty of ASB are also smart, and they soon adapted by banning +1 as counting as class participation. So over the next 20 months, from virtual learning, we transitioned to physical learning, and we experienced the state-of-the-art campus. We experienced our invaluable action learning projects, some with amazing hosts, others with other hosts. We experienced our exciting practicum at Batu Batu, the extraordinary MIT track, where most of our class got COVID, but it was still a definite highlight. We experienced a change of leadership here at ASB multiple times. The enriching summer internships, the scorching heat of Dubai, during our industry track. And for the past few months, most of us have been experiencing the job hunt. Throughout this journey, we have experienced the sweetness of success, but also the bitterness of defeat, the frustration of conflict, and the harmony of agreement, the helplessness of uncertainty, and the assurance of stability. And we have experienced the confidence of competence, but also the anxiety of inadequacy. Bear in mind that this was all happening when the world was going through an equally turbulent time. In these 20 months, the world has felt the repercussions of COVID, the Russia-Ukraine war, the crypto boom and the crypto winter, the collapse of banks, the ever-looming recession, and what directly affects us MBA students now, MBA graduates now, sorry, the most is the global layoff across the industries. Class of 23, we have not experienced everything, but we sure have gone through a lot. And it has not always been easy. It may never be. But because our journey has been so unique, during this chaotic time, we have learned to adapt. We have become resilient, and we are indomitable. I believe that this class might very well be the most capable class to take on the new norm of the world, change. And it is for this reason I know that I am looking at the future CEOs, founders, partners, and industry leaders of the next decade. So, as inexperienced as I am, if I were to offer you one piece of advice, as you journey forward to take on this world, always remember that you have someone from your peers, the faculty of ASB, your loved ones, and that undeniably, undoubtedly, and completely believe in your success. So continue to be indomitable. And since all great speeches must end with a quote, I shall not break tradition. This is also a quote from the great Sir Winston Churchill that I have adapted. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. And through this, you will most assuredly succeed. Class of 23, we did it! Congratulations. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Mr. Tharman Jayendran. A comprehensive speech with tributes to family as heroes, COVID, Zoom fatigue, courage, and fancy cars. President Sarma, I think the school could do no better than to promote its programs than viraling these two speeches. Your Royal Highness, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we're now coming to the end of today's auspicious and momentous ceremony. May I call upon President Sanjay Sarma to present his closing remarks.
Thank you. What a wonderful, moving ceremony. It's so great to see you all. I want to thank the staff who organized this with dignity and with efficiency and with grace. And Fon Zainon, who is there, and the amazing people around us who have pulled this together. On behalf of the entire ASB community, my sincere thanks to His Royal Highness for his words of wisdom and encouragement. You, sir, have written our vision document, and we may well plagiarize your speech. Tharman and Shamir, I think Chaco is right. This is a viral WhatsApp video, but one that comes from the heart, unlike most WhatsApp videos. This was so moving. Thank you. Thank you. My thank you to Dr. Zetti, to Dr. Athanasios, the co-chairs of the Board of Governors, to the Board of Governors itself, to the Board of Directors, for your guidance and for your support for all these years to bring ASB where it is. My warm appreciation to the ASB faculty for creating such a fertile intellectual environment. And my gratitude to the staff who have done so much to ready our graduates through this journey. Many thanks to our students' families. I think both Shamir and Tharman put it very beautifully. You are the reason that they're able to do this, so thank you. So I will end now just by saying that you, the graduates, have been forged in the fires of disruption, literally. This is epic, what the planet has been through in the last 3-4 years, and this is the challenge that you have overcome. And compared to this, the rest of your life may have challenges, but you're prepared and you will move on to change the world. I am proud of you. I'm proud of even the slight association I've had with your journeys. Thank you. Now, I'm going to do this with you. When you get your undergraduate degree, you're supposed to move your tassel to your left, but you've all gotten your undergrads, and I have a few more degrees than you, so what we're going to do is we'll all go back and repeat this. Move your tassels to your right, and now move it to your left, because I just went through an investiture, and you just received your degrees. Congratulations, and with this, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, President Sarma, for that moving and elegant closing. Ampun Tuanku, may I seek Your Royal Highness's permission to call upon the mace bearer to lead Your Royal Highness, the dignitaries and members of the main procession out of this Khazana auditorium. Ampun Tuanku. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding. Announcing the departure of His Royal Highness, Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah, Ibni al-Mahrum Sultan Aslan Muhibbuddin Shah al-Makfurlah, Sultan of Perak Darul Ridwan, together with the main procession of today's Asia School of Business Convocation 2023. The officers of the school may now process out. The academicians may now depart the auditorium. The MBA Working Professionals cohort may now depart through door 1, please. The MBA full-time program cohort may also now depart through door 1. Thank you. All guests are now invited to head out of the auditorium and to luncheon at the ground floor. Please exit through doors 1 and 2. I'm Chako Vadaketh. It's been a pleasure being your guide this morning. Please have a very pleasant afternoon. Thank you.